Hi and welcome, Kat from Sacred Soul Rising. So I want to talk about the initial stages of what you feel on this journey. I'm basically going to make 4 videos and they sort of follow on from each other depending on where you are on the journey, because I know on this journey, you can feel like you're starting to bring in that balance, starting to understand it, only to be thrown into chaos again. There are different points as you are choosing the higher timeline on this journey. And there are different things that you will shift and go through. And it can feel incredibly confusing. You can feel very lost. You can feel in such doubt. And so I want to make these 4 videos as a way to help Divine Feminine as you are moving through the journey. So a little bit of a check-in. Now, the first one I want to start with is once you are catapulted onto this journey. So they're going to be short, they're going to be sweet, but they're going to be straight to the point. So initially on this journey, you are catapulted into what you believe is the deepest love and the most sensational love of your life. Everything that it's beyond that. It's beyond that even thinking I've dreamt of this person, because it's not of this world. And that's what I want to say. You believe that it is a physical love and a physical person that you are deeply in love with. But what is going on here in the 3D and the physical is that amount. Okay, what is truly going on is not what you can see and feel. And so that initial ignition that Divine Masculine comes in and ignites within you, bearing in mind you are a polarity. So the polarity is igniting within both. And once that polarity is really ignited, that is when separation happens. But at first, the ignition is so intense. As that flame is starting to catch and starting the energy, think about that fire. I watched a little video the other day of this guy, and he was messing around in his garden lighting a fire, and before long it got really out of hand. And that is this journey. It starts with a flicker, and Divine Masculine ignites it and feels this deep passion and deep want and deep need. And then the flame becomes bigger and bigger. And as Divine Masculine is igniting it, he is igniting Divine Feminine more and more. And the energy that is building within her, and it builds in both, but it builds more in Divine Feminine. She is being activated at all bodies: the emotional, the physical, the spiritual, the mental, the emotional. She is ignited at every single body, and she is ignited on to her awakening journey in a really powerful way. That Kundalini is activated, and you may go, well, and I get this question a lot, Kat, I've had other Kundalinis. Why does this one feel different? I've gone through other awakenings. I went through one in 2000. I went through one in 2011, 2012. Why is this feeling different? Because this is now a powerful awakening. Your soul has magnetized in to awaken you. Divine Masculine comes in and charges you up and ignites you at every single level. There is no escaping this. There is no running away. And I want to stress, there is no running away for either twin. Divine Masculine may look like he's running, and actually Divine Feminine may think she's not running, but actually both are running, but running from their true self, from the soul. And so what is happening at this point is all the false, once the energy is built, that Kundalini is activated, the core wounds are activated, the heart chakra is activated. At that point, neither twin, the energy is so intense and is built to a point that it's impossible for both both bodies to be together, to communicate, because the energy is so intense and powerful, because it's a polarity. So there's this push-pull energy. Now, at this point, you don't know it, Divine Feminine, but it's about you starting to neutralize your energy. Only when you start to realize what is truly going on, which is an awakening in you, and it awakens both bodies, only when you start to do that and you start to neutralize does it get easier. But at this point, the energy and the intensity is so powerful that it's very, very hard for Divine Feminine to take her focus off Divine Masculine. It's very hard for her to stop the mind and the ego that is in such intense frequency, and it's trying to control what is going on, and there's so much fear being activated. Now, the fear, the feeling of abandonment, the betrayal, the needing validation, these are all lower dense frequencies. And the lower dense frequencies need to move out, because Divine Feminine can't come into surrender, can't come into sovereignty, can't come into inner union when all those lower frequencies are at play. And so what is happening, and that's why you go into dark night of the soul and ego death, is to release all those lower vibrations and to realize that you need to focus all your energy on you. And this is a process. This takes time. And this is why it's called a journey. Now, Divine Feminine does not want to do the internal work. She just wants to understand how she can get back, that other person. And only when she starts to really, truly release and let go, and what I want to stress here, energetically. This is not releasing in the physical form. This is releasing energetically. Because while ever you are trying to get that other person, you're actually in separation consciousness. This journey is not about separation consciousness. This is about unity consciousness. And I want to state, you have always been one. You will always will be one, because you are one soul. It's just in this lifetime, you've come down in 2 incarnations, and that has caused the polarity of the push-pull energy. But while ever you're in that energy, you will not ever bring unity consciousness. You will never bring that higher vibration that you can then come into union. And only when you start to fully surrender, fully release energetically, that you can start to shift it. If you need more help and support, I'm going to make 3 other videos, and they're going to go into the later stages so you understand how you shift through this. But if you really want to delve all the way deep and to really focus and to really understand the journey, then my Twin Flame course is there. At the moment, you then get access into 1 month free into Awakened Consciousness, where there's over 50 hours of coaching, of really understanding this journey and what is happening to you. It is not meek and mild. It's not pink and fluffy. It's straight talking, so you can really start to shift. It's all on my website. Click down in the description. I send you much love.